I know I'm not long for this world, but I don't need to die today. Slow down.
Next time on Landman.
I don't know what wildcatting means.
It's risking it all. Chips to the middle.
But if it misses, we're out $400 million.
We all need to explain this to Cammy. She will be harder to convince than a judge.
What's your hurry, son? All those problems you're racing home to fix is problems when you get there.
Are you all right?
The Landman Season 2. Episode 7 trailer drops a bomb that nobody saw coming, and it's shaking the foundations of everything we thought we knew about Tommy and his empire. From the very first frame, it's clear that the stakes have escalated, and the carefully built world of MX and its power players is about to face chaos like never before. Tommy's already walking a tightrope, but this time, the balance is more fragile than ever, and one wrong move could cost him everything. There's tension in every glance, in every dialogue snippet, and you can practically feel the pressure squeezing him from every direction. TL is looming larger than ever, unpredictable and impossible to control, while alliances that seemed solid in previous episodes are now crumbling at a terrifying pace. Rebecca's decisions are more pivotal than ever, and her tendency to mix personal feelings with professional judgment is setting the stage for disaster. Meanwhile, Angela is thriving in ways that make Tommy question his own grip on power and identity, and new relationships and old rivalries alike are converging to push the story into uncharted territory. And yet, despite the looming disaster, there's an intensity that makes you want to watch, dissect, and understand every single move. Episode 7 isn't just another installment, it's the moment where the cracks in Tommy's world become impossible to ignore, and where the trailer teases consequences that could reverberate for the rest of the season. Prepare yourself, because nothing about this episode is what you'd expect. From the opening seconds of the trailer, it's obvious that Episode 7 is setting up a collision course for Tommy that could change everything. The moment we see him, the tension is practically tangible. His eyes are sharper, his gestures tighter, and you can feel the weight of the pressure he's under. TL is back in full force, and this isn't just the usual fatherly interference. This is strategic, psychological, and utterly relentless. He's pushing Tommy in ways that feel almost personal, probing weaknesses, testing patience, and ensuring that every decision Tommy makes carries consequences that extend far beyond his own career. And make no mistake, the trailer makes it clear that Tommy's professional life is hanging by a thread. Negotiations, meetings, and power plays that once seemed manageable are now fraught with risk. Every interaction feels like a calculated test, and the tension is amplified because we know Tommy's instinct is to react emotionally, which historically has landed him in hot water more than once. What makes this episode especially gripping, however, is the way the trailer hints at intertwining personal and professional chaos. Relationships that were considered stable are suddenly unpredictable. Rebecca, for instance, is shown making choices that seem small on the surface, but could have catastrophic ripple effects. Her blend of ambition, desire, and impulsive behavior is a ticking time bomb. She's no longer a background player. The trailer positions her as a central force that could either save the company or trigger its downfall. And speaking of danger, the trailer emphasizes that Tommy is more isolated than ever. People he thought he could trust are now ambiguous in their loyalty, and Galino's presence looms like a shadow of betrayal. The negotiations are tense, every word measured, every smile potentially masking deceit. We see flashes that suggest Cammy's judgment is being tested, and her decisions could shift power in ways that leave Tommy scrambling to regain control. But it's not just the adults who are navigating this web of tension. Younger players, like Cooper and Ariana, are moving forward with life-changing decisions that intertwine with the business stakes, creating a domino effect where personal and professional lives collide. Cooper's honesty and naivety are highlighted, showing a stark contrast to the calculated ruthlessness of others, and it's easy to see how this dynamic will amplify suspense. Add to that the trailer's hints at Angela's boldness, confidence, and unapologetic assertiveness, and you start to realize that Tommy's world is no longer centered on him. Angela's presence challenges his authority, complicates personal relationships, and forces him to confront uncomfortable truths about his identity and role in the lives around him. Her audacity is both empowering and destabilizing, and the trailer teases scenes that suggest she's embracing power in ways Tommy isn't ready to handle. There's also the subtle but persistent undercurrent of physical danger, hints of confrontations, arguments, and high-stakes moments where emotions are likely to erupt into irreversible consequences. TL's presence alone adds a layer of unpredictability, and the trailer makes it clear that he's playing a long game, one where Tommy could end up as both the pawn and the casualty. The trailer doesn't waste time showing the audience that mistakes will have immediate consequences. Every glance, every line of dialogue, and every brief scene is charged with anticipation, foreshadowing mistakes, betrayals, and moments of intense personal reckoning. By the end of the trailer, it's evident that Episode 7 isn't just about advancing the plot. It's about testing every character's limits. Tommy's resilience, strategic acumen, and emotional control are all under the microscope, while Rebecca's decisions, Angela's assertiveness, and the looming threat of Galino's duplicity create a perfect storm. The trailer sets the tone for a dramatic and suspenseful episode where nothing is guaranteed and where the consequences of every choice could redefine the season. It's a reminder that in Landman, ambition, power, and relationships are constantly intertwined, and Episode 7 promises to escalate that tension to levels that fans have been anticipating since the beginning of Season 2. The trailer leaves no doubt. This is a turning point. A moment where the carefully structured world of Tommy Norris begins to wobble, and where suspense, drama, and personal stakes are elevated to an entirely new level. As the trailer unfolds, one of the most striking elements is the way Tommy's personal and professional worlds are colliding, and it's impossible not to feel the tension radiating from every frame. The trailer hints at a series of moments where Tommy's authority is challenged, and it's fascinating to watch how he struggles to maintain control under pressure that's escalating with every scene. TL is an omnipresent force in this episode, and the trailer emphasizes how his unpredictability isn't just a nuisance. It's a catalyst for chaos. His critiques, his unexpected appearances, and the psychological pressure he applies create a palpable sense of unease, making it clear that Tommy's mental and emotional resilience will be tested like never before. Every glance and every line in the trailer feels loaded with meaning, as if TL is simultaneously guiding Tommy and setting him up for failure. What's particularly intriguing is how these father-son dynamics are juxtaposed with Tommy's business struggles. The trailer doesn't shy away from showing that the stakes are astronomical. Negotiations, contracts, and deals hang in a delicate balance, and any misstep could trigger a cascade of disasters. Galino's return is a reminder that power in this world is rarely straightforward, and trust is more of a gamble than a guarantee. His words in the trailer, always layered with double meanings, hint at betrayals that Tommy can't yet anticipate, leaving viewers with a sense of dread as they watch the interplay of strategy and deception. On top of this, the trailer underscores the growing role of Rebecca in Episode 7, and it's clear that her decisions will have consequences far beyond her own career. The trailer teases scenes where she's forced to make high-stakes choices under intense pressure, blending professional necessity with personal entanglements. Her impulsiveness and occasional emotional bias create a dangerous dynamic, one that could easily tip the balance against Tommy and the company. The trailer also cleverly highlights the human cost of these high-stakes situations. Cooper and Ariana's storyline is woven throughout, providing both a lighter contrast and a different kind of tension. Their rushed engagement and evolving relationship dynamics add emotional complexity to the narrative, and the trailer makes it evident that their decisions, while personal, are intricately linked to the larger story. Cooper's sincerity and vulnerability are in stark contrast to the calculated moves of those around him, creating a compelling tension where love, ambition, and professional stakes collide. Angela, meanwhile, is portrayed in the trailer as thriving, confident, and unafraid to assert her presence in ways that challenge Tommy and everyone around him. Her audacity is highlighted in the trailer through moments that are both bold and unnerving, showing a woman in full control of her world, one who refuses to be sidelined. These moments serve as both a foil to Tommy's struggles and as a reminder that power in Landman isn't solely about money or business acumen. It's also about personality, influence, and the ability to manipulate the environment to one's advantage. Beyond these personal dynamics, the trailer teases conflicts that promise physical confrontation and high-stakes tension. There are glimpses of arguments escalating, potential fights, and moments of intense emotional release, making it clear that Episode 7 will be as much about personal reckoning as it is about business maneuvering. TL's interactions with Nash Peters, for instance, hint at the kind of aggression and moral code that defines his character, and it's fascinating to watch the way his presence affects Tommy's decision-making. The trailer positions TL as both mentor and obstacle, forcing Tommy to confront uncomfortable truths about himself and his choices. In parallel, the trailer also reminds viewers that the consequences of actions in Landman are rarely isolated. A single decision can ripple across relationships, deals, and even personal integrity. Tommy's attempts to balance his own instincts with the expectations of others create a tension that's palpable throughout the trailer. Each snippet seems designed to highlight the fragile nature of control in Tommy's world, where alliances shift, loyalties are tested, and a moment of miscalculation can have catastrophic results. By the end of the trailer, it's obvious that Episode 7 is shaping up to be a pivotal moment in the season. Every character is operating under heightened pressure, every interaction is layered with meaning, and every decision carries weight. The suspense is relentless, the stakes are massive, and the anticipation is impossible to ignore. For fans of the series, the trailer doesn't just hint at drama, it guarantees it. Episode 7 promises to challenge every character's limits, expose vulnerabilities, and create conflicts that will resonate long after the episode concludes. The trailer succeeds in making the audience feel the weight of the story, leaving no doubt that nothing will be easy, predictable, or safe for Tommy or anyone in his orbit. The trailer for Landman Season 2, Episode 7 doesn't just tease tension. It actively drags every character into situations that feel impossible to escape. From the opening moments, it's clear that Tommy's world is on the brink of collapse, and the trailer cleverly emphasizes just how little control he actually has. There's a sense of inevitability running through every scene, as if the audience is being prepared for a cascade of consequences that will affect everyone around him. TL's presence is especially dominant in this episode. Unlike previous encounters where his interference was annoying but manageable, the trailer suggests a strategic depth to his actions, making him feel like an omnipresent force of judgment and challenge. Every interaction he has with Tommy is layered with tension, mixing genuine concern with a subtle undercurrent of manipulation. The father-son dynamic is central to the trailer, showing that Tommy isn't just fighting for control of the company, he's also fighting for his identity, trying to prove he's not merely a reflection of his father. And the trailer makes it painfully clear that this isn't a short-term struggle. It's a prolonged psychological battle, one that will stretch Tommy to his limits. Meanwhile, the business stakes in the trailer are higher than ever. Deals that once seemed straightforward are now fraught with hidden risks, and every handshake, every nod, every smile is potentially loaded with deception. Galino's role looms large, and the trailer gives subtle hints that he's carefully orchestrating moves behind the scenes, pushing Tommy into positions where mistakes are almost inevitable. There's a sense of betrayal waiting to happen, and every line of dialogue in the trailer underscores the precarious nature of trust in this world. Rebecca's presence in the trailer is equally intriguing. She's shown making critical decisions that will either make or break MX, and the tension comes from knowing that her judgment is influenced by both professional ambition and personal entanglements. Her impulsive nature is on full display, suggesting that mistakes are imminent, and the trailer makes it clear that those mistakes will not only affect her, but everyone connected to the company. The way the trailer intertwines her story with Tommy's makes the stakes feel personal, emphasizing the ripple effect of one bad call or one emotionally driven decision. On top of this, the trailer highlights the evolving dynamics of Angela, showing her thriving in ways that unsettle Tommy. Her confidence and assertiveness are contrasted sharply with his struggle for control, creating a compelling tension that drives the episode's suspense. Angela isn't just a side character anymore, she's an active force shaping events, challenging Tommy, and shifting the balance of power in subtle but undeniable ways. The trailer even teases moments where Angela's boldness provokes reactions from others, revealing how her personal growth is inseparable from the professional and emotional turmoil surrounding Tommy. Cooper and Ariana's subplot, while seemingly lighter, is threaded with its own suspense. The trailer emphasizes the fast pace of their engagement and the complexity of their decisions, showing that personal choices can carry consequences just as severe as business mistakes. Cooper's honesty and inexperience are highlighted, and the trailer positions him as a character whose integrity may either be his greatest strength or his most vulnerable point. Every frame featuring them feels like a ticking clock, as their choices may inadvertently influence larger power struggles or emotional conflicts within the main storyline. The trailer also teases moments of confrontation and physical tension, which add another layer of suspense. TL's encounter with Nash Peters, for example, hints at the kind of raw, explosive conflict that has been part of his character before, and it reinforces the trailer's theme that control is always tenuous in Landman. Aggression, strategy, and moral boundaries are all in play, and the trailer positions these confrontations as both catalysts for drama and as tests of character for Tommy and those around him. In addition to interpersonal tension, the trailer subtly emphasizes the broader stakes of failure. Every deal, every project, every personal decision carries the potential to spiral out of control. The trailer is careful to show that this is not just about immediate losses, it's about long-term consequences that will shape alliances, careers, and personal relationships for the rest of the season. Mistakes aren't isolated, they ripple, amplify, and intersect, creating an atmosphere of unavoidable suspense. By the end of the trailer, it's clear that Episode 7 is designed to challenge every assumption viewers have about the show. Alliances shift, vulnerabilities are exposed, and Tommy's carefully maintained balance is in jeopardy. Every character is pushed to their limit. Whether it's Tommy's authority, Rebecca's judgment, Angela's audacity, or Cooper and Ariana's personal choices. The trailer effectively communicates that no one is safe from the consequences, and that the fallout will be both personal and professional. It's a tense, thrilling, and meticulously constructed preview that promises an episode full of suspense, drama, and unexpected twists. For viewers, the takeaway is simple but powerful. Episode 7 isn't just another installment. It's a turning point that will redefine relationships, expose vulnerabilities, and force characters to confront realities they've been avoiding. By the trailer's conclusion, the sense of anticipation is almost unbearable. You know mistakes are coming, you know conflicts will erupt, and you know that Tommy, as always, will be at the center of it all. Struggling, reacting, and trying to survive in a world where the stakes have never been higher. Landman has consistently built tension through layered storytelling, and this trailer emphasizes that Episode 7 will elevate that tension to new heights. From familial conflict to corporate jeopardy, from personal ambition to romantic entanglements, every storyline is converging, creating a perfect storm that the audience can feel approaching with every frame. It's not just a trailer, it's a warning that nothing in Tommy's world will remain stable, and that every choice, every word, and every interaction will carry consequences that are impossible to ignore. The trailer for Landman's Season 2, Episode 7 masterfully sets the stage for what feels like an inevitable domino effect of chaos, tension, and high-stakes drama. One of the most striking elements is how it portrays Tommy's increasing isolation. Gone are the days when he could rely on loyalty or predictability from those around him. TL's influence is overwhelming, yet ambiguous. He challenges Tommy at every turn, oscillating between guidance and manipulation, creating a psychological pressure cooker that makes the audience question whether Tommy can survive intact. Every scene hints that Tommy is being tested not just professionally, but emotionally, and the trailer communicates this through subtle expressions, sharp dialogue, and carefully framed moments that suggest hidden motives and brewing betrayals. The personal stakes intertwine seamlessly with the business stakes, and this is where the trailer excels at suspense. Rebecca, for instance, is positioned as a character who holds tremendous power over the company's future, and the trailer hints at her making decisions that could either secure MX's success or trigger catastrophic failure. Her choices are fraught with tension because they are influenced not only by professional calculation, but also by emotion, and the trailer teases moments where these impulses create risky outcomes. the audience is left anticipating the fallout, knowing that her actions could have cascading consequences for Tommy, Cammy, and the larger organization. Galino's presence further amplifies this tension.